Hey everyone, welcome to Gallagher's Grub. I am Brian Gallagher, and yes, I changed the name of the channel because I wanted it to be more reflective of my current situation where half the year I'm living here in New York City and I'm going to be making videos on the stovetop and in the kitchen here, and the other half of the year when it warms up, we're going to open up the cottage and I'll be making grilling videos up at the lake in Connecticut. So, welcome to Gallagher's Grub. Our first video is going to be shrimp risotto. It's going to be creamy, it's going to be cheesy and delicious. Stick around for some shrimp risotto on Gallagher's Grub. Today's recipe begins by adding some chicken broth or some chicken stock to a pot, and we're going to heat this up on the stove and keep it on the side. Next, we're going to clean our shrimp. Now, I bought shrimp that have already been deveined and shelled, and I'm just going to take the tail off, and then I'm going to run my scissors right up the middle of the shrimp where the vein would be, and I'm going to stop before I get to the end so it stays together almost in the shape of a Y. And once all your shrimp are cut, you just want to make sure they're nice and clean in some cold running water. Next, we're going to add some olive oil to a good heavy pan and a nice big dollop of butter. We're going to thinly slice some shallot, add that to the pan, and then we're going to saute this over medium heat for about a minute or two. And once your shallots get nice and soft, it's time to add the arborio rice. And yes, it is rice. It's used in Italian cooking, but it's not pasta, it is definitely rice. And this goes into your pan with the shallots and the butter and the olive oil, and we're going to saute this for about 2 minutes. You want to stir it constantly, and the idea here is to get every grain of the rice covered in that olive oil and butter goodness. And I'll just fast forward through this, but what you should know, when you're making risotto, there's a lot of stirring involved. About 20 minutes of constant stirring. Next, we're going to add in a good splash of white wine, and I'm using Pinot Grigio. And then stir until all the white wine is absorbed into the rice. Once the wine is absorbed, then you add in a ladleful of that hot chicken broth. And you stir until the chicken broth is absorbed into the rice. And once that broth is absorbed, you add another ladle or two. And then you stir, and you wait for that to absorb, and you keep repeating this process until all of your broth is used up. Once you're down to your last ladleful, you want to go ahead and add your shrimp. You don't want to cook the shrimp more than 5 minutes, so 3 to 5 minutes, and these shrimp should be perfect. And now we're going to add in that last bit of chicken broth. And we'll stir this until the broth is absorbed into the rice and the shrimp is fully cooked. Now it's time to add in some fresh grated Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. And we'll stir that in. Then we're going to add a nice big dollop of good butter, some fresh squeezed lemon juice, and after one last stir, this is looking pretty good and we are ready to plate this up. And you can see how it's nice and creamy. This is going to be so delicious. I can't wait. Of course, right before serving, I'm going to hit it one last time with that fresh Parmigiano Reggiano. And we like to top it off with just a little bit of parsley to give it a nice little touch of green for a beautiful Instagram shot. Alright, we finally have our shrimp risotto. The first episode of Gallagher's Grub. We're going to give this a try. Try one of these shrimps. So delicious. The risotto is al dente. Meaning it has a little bite to it. It's not mushy. It's a little bit chewy. Al dente means to the tooth. And yeah, it's just creamy. It's got that Parmesan. Hot. This is a delicious meal. Absolutely wonderful. If you like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and that notification bell so you know when new videos come out. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on risotto. What's your favorite style of risotto? Do you like shrimp risotto? Do you like mushroom? Do you like making it with beef stock? This is pretty perfect if you ask me. Give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, keep on cooking.